Hi, I'm Cindy from the Crocheter A, and as in the title, I'm got tagged, and so I want to honor that tag and give you my 20 answers to the questions. I got tagged by Darla from the Yarn Owl. Darla from the Yarn Owl? Crafty Yarn Owl. Ah, that's all horrible. I know who you are, and I want to meet you. We will meet. I'm just, I want to meet you when I can actually have gas in my van, and, yeah. But it will happen. I've just got a lot of appointments all of a sudden, for next week and coming up in December, and they kind of stress me out a little. So my anxiety goes up a little bit, and so yeah, in Christmas time, I don't know if you can read that, but that says this is my baking list, and yeah, so I'm already starting onto that because you make one thing, people love it, and they tend to expect you to do it again and again and again and again, which I don't care because I love baking. I don't like the cleanup, but I love baking. So, whoops, wrong page. Let me flip back to my questions. All right, people kept it under 10 minutes, 9 minutes, so here we go. Hopefully Cindy doesn't go into rabbit holes. Number 1 is, what does your name mean? I am Cindy, and just plain old Cindy, not short for Cynthia. But people do end up sometimes calling me that, which is fine. It doesn't bother me. I'm not going to freak out. My mom calls me, ever since I can remember, Mindy as a nickname, or Annie. So when I hear those two names from my mom, other than my name Cindy, I know she's calling me. So it gets confusing when new people come over when I was younger and they would hear Mindy being called or Annie being called, and hear Cindy saying, yeah, what do you want, Mom? Anyways, I looked it up a long time ago, and I knew I was the moon goddess. That's right, baby. When you look at the moon, think of Cindy's. But I decided to look a little more into it, and I found it comes from English and Greek, and they do refer to as Cinderella. I apologize for the lighting. Darkness comes very early, and I only have one light bulb. I am starting to talk, and I think my autumn guest will be arriving. But so it's English and Greek. It actually means from Mount Kinthos. So, Mount Kinthos is actually part of Zeus's family. I guess meaning of my name is, I don't know, I had this long speech that sounded so good, and now it's drawing a blank. But she's actually has a twin brother named Apollo, and I think if I read it correctly, they were born on Mount Kinthos, and so she was a daughter of Zeus. So that's a little bit about that. I liked the crafty yarn owl Darla, how she also asked about like how she got her name, a YouTube name, and so I'm going to do that as well quickly. I am a spontaneous, impulsive person at times, and so that's why you see my first video and then you don't see anything until a month later or so, because it's just a spur of the moment of me doing that video. Pressed record, never edited, sent it, and now we come to here. And so I was just trying to think of names, and I wanted people to know that I was a Canadian without necessarily saying I'm a Canadian. So that's why I added the A at the end. And so I thought, okay, I'll just do Cindy the Crocheter A. And then that tells people my name, what I do, and that I'm Canadian. Maybe only the Canadians would know, but that's why I got into that name. And so that's how I developed my name. Anyways, going on. That was 5 minutes. Sorry, I'll be quicker. So number 2 and 3 are where are you from and where were you born? I've always lived in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Born and raised here all my life. I actually go out my door and I can see my high school. So I'm very close to where I grew up at my mom's and dad's place. Number 4, what would your parents have named you if a boy? I could ask my mom, but I kind of knew already that they wanted to name me Christopher. And I asked my mom today, why Christopher? She's always liked that name. She also added she was originally going to name me Crystal, but her dad did not like that name because it reminded him of an ex-girlfriend. So she just picked Cindy. And someone told her, my mom later on, like one of her aunts or uncles, that they remembered her as a child naming her doll Cindy. So she probably thought about that after. Number 5, what is my biggest accomplishment? I really wanted to say, ever since I got tagged, I've been thinking of these answers. And at first I thought nothing really. Like, okay, yay, yeah, I graduated. Yeah, I have a job. Yeah, I'm on my own. Yeah, I have a daughter. Yeah, I got a van to move around and stuff. And then I'm thinking, well, I'm undermining my accomplishments because, not everyone has a vehicle. Not everyone has a place over their head. And not all can have their own children. So they go through adoptions or surrogate moms and stuff like that. So I guess I am proud of those things. I just have to stop and realize it. And right now my daughter's a teenager, so it's a little tough to consider her accomplishment. Love you, Elizabeth, because I know she's in the kitchen. So, but yeah, and I guess just, my health. My health is so, but, not many people make it into their 40s, So, yeah. I'll end there. My eye color is brown. And I prayed for a baby girl with blue eyes. God gave me one. My favorite scent was hard to come by. I have oxygen in my apartment, so I can't light any more candles. So I'm trying to get into the Scentsy, those warm candle scents. But I remember when I was younger, I don't know if the Body Shop is still around, but I fell in love with the Georgina peach smell. And so I used to get a lot of candles from people, which I really loved. So I would say the peach. But I also smelt my ginger for my cookies, my ginger molasses cookies. I think I would like that smell in a candle too. So, can I cook? Yes, only when I started to live on my own a couple of years ago, away from my mom and my dad's place. Do I, like, here you go. I will look at a recipe, ho and hum, ask my mom for questions, for help, go it and do it. Nervous, that's fabulous. So I think I'm a good cook. I love baking too. I think I'm a good baker too. About your life, what's good about my life right now? I'd say everything. I got a roof over my head. I'm managing to pay my bills without getting them cut off. The people that I'm starting to learn and get to know and are discovering through YouTube, I think that's a good thing as well. I don't know. I'm breathing. That's, yeah. Number 10, what scares you about aging? I want to say my independence. Like, can you stop rocking that chair, Elizabeth, please? I don't care, but can you just stop making that noise? Sorry, if anybody heard that. It's my computer chair that's in the kitchen, and it's annoying me, so I don't know if it's going to annoy you. Anyways, if I knew how to edit and was able to have a laptop, that's my whole goal, is to save money to get a laptop so I can edit that little part out. So, yeah, but I figure, you know what? You want to get to know me and stuff, and this is who I am. If we were to sit down, have coffee, this is me. I could say, here's some bonus questions of me. Maybe you don't want to hear it. Fast forward 2 seconds and I'll get to the questions again. But when you get to know me, I say to people, I'm honest by fault. Like I try to tell it like it is, but I don't know. Just skip, fast forward. I don't know, I lost my train of thought. Anyways, like if you ever see Proper Pineapple, when kids running up and down their place or dogs barking, they don't edit it. So that's just me. I'm not technical, I guess, in that department yet. I have to save money for a computer to do that. Okay, sorry about the rabbit trails. So what scares me about aging is my independence. But since I'm kind of, actually, you know what? I watched Ella from No Catchy Name, and I think I agree with her. You know, I am blessed to still have my mom around. She is 72, and she is a lovely, awesome lady. And I think, you know, she nails it to my heart when she says, I know I'm growing old, so my mom is growing old and eventually will not be there. And so that kind of, yeah, I don't like that thinking. And also I've worked in a nursing home before, and I've seen how people are when they lose their mind too. I would be afraid of that. But I guess how can you? Because you don't really know what's real and not. But I'd be afraid for, you know, getting mistreated and that by people looking after me. I think that would be my fear too. My sign is Aries. I don't know too much. I think it's a ram. And number 13, my favorite holiday is Christmas. Down flat Christmas. I'm not going to go into too much details because we'll be here another 5 minutes. I love all things about Christmas. As you can see, baking list. Okay, my guilty pleasure was a hard one to figure out until realistically I come and think about Starbucks. I don't get Starbucks often, but when I do, I love Starbucks. I maybe get Starbucks once a year if I'm lucky, because I just can't fathom drinking a huge size for $7. So I don't. That would be my guilty pleasure if I do ever get anything. 14. My favorite show to binge watch. I don't really have any shows that I binge watch. Like I like Survivor. I like Amazing Race Canada. I guess, you know, I'm recently seeing the old shows. It just depends on my mood. I really like, I've just started recently watching Little House on the Prairie, and Sue FBI, where she's a deaf lady in the detective cop area who is deaf but can read lips. So I recently got into watching that, but I don't think I'm binge watching it. I do PVR stuff, and then when I crochet and stuff, I'll just hit record and watch like 7 shows straight of that show. And then, yeah. I was into Baywatch as well, but that's a whole new story. 15. One thing you cannot leave home without. I don't really have anything. Like, I do like taking my water with me, because if I go into a store, you know, I get really thirsty, and so I want to drink something afterwards. So I'd probably say my phone and my water. But there are days where I just don't bring my phone. So 16. Are you a morning or night owl? I will say I'm a night owl, just because of my brain just constantly going. But when I do eventually get back to work, I have to be a morning person. But no, I'm not really a morning person. 17. My favorite movie or genre? I'm a Hallmark freak. Give me Hallmark movies. I know they're the same. I want to say crap, but okay, I said it. It is the same storyline. Boy meets girl, girl meets boy. They go their separate ways, and then somehow they have to work with one another, and they slowly become interested in each other. There's that moment where you're like, yes, they're going to get together, and then he messed something up, or she messed something up, and so there's like that 5 minutes of being mad at one another, and then they realize, nope, we love each other, and then they kiss at the end. But now, because it's Christmas time, hello, November started their Hallmark Christmas movies, so I know they say in Canada, you know, stay away from, you know, Christmas stuff to remember the veterans. And I remember them on that day, but I still like my Christmas movies. So I was watching Christmas movies since November 1st. And I have some on PVR. So if anybody wants to go ahead and quiz me, name the title, I bet you I could tell you the movie. Anyways, I'm getting to 17. So 17 minutes, and I have a few more. What is the last thing you bought? Zesty Doritos. In introvert or extrovert, I'd say I'm a mix of both. I haven't left my apartment since last Friday. Yeah. But when I do go out, my daughter's like, just because you like that crochet item or scarf on her, don't talk to her. But yeah, I do talk to complete strangers. I like saying hi to people. Okay, my favorite movie is Patch Adams. I love that movie. I love how he goes and just talks and gets to know these people. I like doing that. Like, I want to see, you know, a person that I walk down somewhere. You know, I do random acts of kindness when I go through Tim Hortons. I'm one of those people that, you know, if I have that spare money, I want to treat the person behind me, you know. So I'm just that type of person. So I guess I'm a mix of both. And 20 is my favorite book. I don't really have a favorite book. I do like, I don't know, my Bible, I guess. It says the truth. It says everything. That's just me. So the cat's out of the bag. I do read the Bible. I don't know what version I have, but I'm not faithfully a reader of it like I should be, but that's the only book that I can think of that I read, you know, or I guess I like John Grisham, but I'm not like I have to have his latest books, you know. But I have read a few of his books. That's about all, I think. I've kept you on for like 20 minutes. I hope my ramblings you could understand through the breaks and everything. I am going to tag 3 people. Number 1 will be Sandy from the Crochet A Canada. I'm going to tag Fiber Hearts, Brian and Karen. I know they subscribe to me, which is exciting, but I don't know if they are faithful followers. Well, no, I shouldn't say faithful followers, but you know what I mean. You know how you subscribe to many and then you tend to gravitate towards certain ones. So I'm not too sure if they watch like faithfully all my episodes or here and there and that, you know, because I'm like that too. Yes, there's a lot that you want to support. So I'm going to tag them, and I'm also going to tag another one that the crafty yarn owl Darla mentioned is Karen. I want to say Prudom. I hope so. So those are my 3. So Karen, you got 2 tags. So it's a must now. No pressure. But that is all. I hope I was clear enough. I hope my lighting is not too bad. Oh, maybe that lighting was better if I did it this way. Sorry about my water running, creaking noises. My little autumn bottoms, we call her. I call her Butterball now because she's getting up there. But anyways, take care all, and I hope that gives you a little more of who I am, and yeah, enjoy this video. Make sure you have a cup of water with you. All right, take care. Bye.